Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner, and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today, we have a special guest, Troy Harrison. He is a sales leadership expert, and today we are going to talk about the pillars of successful leadership. Which one would you like to talk about?
Well, let's talk about pillar number 5, which is individualizing your management style.
Why is that important?
One of the biggest fallacies of sales and sales management is that salespeople are all motivated the same. And we tend to believe as managers, we always think our salespeople are motivated by money. Are most salespeople motivated by money to a certain degree? Sure. But where it falls can be completely different. And if you assume that all of your salespeople are motivated by money, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And if you manage every salesperson the same, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Individualizing your management style, tailoring how you get the most out of each person is absolutely vital. And so every time I've taken over a sales team as a sales manager, I did the same thing. I would do a discovery. I would do a presentation of how the job could help them solve their issues and how I could help them. And then I gained commitment from them on the actions that they needed to take.
What is the fundamental difference between a leader and a manager?
A sales leader is an elevated sales manager. What I mean by that is a sales leader is somebody who is actively a great coach, who can inspire and motivate their sales team. A great sales leader is somebody who is capable of managing the emotions of a salesperson and keeping them on a good emotional keel. A great sales leader is somebody that salespeople want to work for because they are actively working every day to make their salespeople better. How a good sales leader gets there, how they coach people is very, very different. I had a sales management job. It was my last sales management job before hanging out my own shingle as the sales navigator. And it was an all inside sales team. And my top salesperson was this woman named Kelly. And Kelly came in on my second day, sat down in a chair, and just started unloading on me about the customer that she just had. And complaining about this and that and the other thing. And she let fly for about 15 to 20 minutes. We chatted for a couple of minutes. She went back out and she kicked ass again. Well, the same thing happened every day. And what I realized was every day, Kelly needed to blow off a little bit of steam. She needed to vent. She would vent and then she'd go out and she'd blow the numbers away every day. What I realized after a couple of weeks was this was just part of her process. This was something she needed from me. And then the next realization was she didn't even care if I was listening. I could sit there at my computer. I could be typing an email. I said, If you're a salesperson, you understand that you have to be different things to different customers to get the most out of them. And I have no idea why managers forget that crucial piece of knowledge when they become sales managers, because that's not about selling. It's not about managing. It's about interpersonal relationships. Start thinking of yourself as a salesperson to your salespeople. Do discoveries on them. Find out what they're all about. Present solutions on how to get to their definition of success for the job. Don't assume you know what they want out of the job. Ask them what they want out of the job. And then, by the way, you've got to continually refresh that knowledge with update conversations, because people's lives can change, people's needs can change. And in the same way that we have meetings with our customers to continue to assess customer satisfaction and motivation, we need to continue to have meetings with our salespeople to continue to assess their job satisfaction and motivation.
As a sales leader, you got to know when to lead and when to listen. And also, there's probably a third component that's very important: how to make better decisions that create value for everybody.
When I talk to sales managers, when I talk to sales leaders, when I talk to salespeople even, I tell them, your decisions need to be justified one of 3 ways. Is it beneficial to the company? Is it beneficial to the customer? Is it beneficial to the overall team goals? If you can justify a decision that way, you might make a mistake, but you've at least made it for the right reasons.
How do you help sales leaders get to the next level?
2 ways: through sales leadership training and sales leadership coaching. And I differentiate between the two. My sales leadership training program is a 2-day program, and I work through the entire process, through hiring, relationship development, coaching, and then we do get to the accountability phases and some of the less pleasant parts of sales leadership. And then I do annualized coaching programs with sales leaders, which could be anyone from a CEO to a small business owner to a VP of sales to a sales manager. And that is an ongoing every 2-week coaching program that bundles in some of my other training and hiring programs as well, depending on how the client wants it.
Share your website.
You can find me at www.troyharrison.com, and you can email me at troy@troyharrison.com.
Well, thank you, Troy. That was very informative. I think we practiced what we preach. We individualized this interview so that everybody gets a chance on looking at the profession of selling from a more elevated perspective, because we have one thing in common. We want to elevate the profession of selling through better sales leadership.
Very much so. Thank you, Gerhard. I've enjoyed it.